Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Aegis Dynamics Avenger, which is an ex-police cruiser spacecraft, and for many years it was the standard patrol craft for the UEE advocacy, which is basically like the Star Citizen version of the police. Yo, fuck the police! But this ship is going to be useful to pirates, but probably not as much as the Cutlass, but especially useful to bounty hunters, and I'll get into why in a moment. And there is its giant TR5 hammer propulsion primary engine, and under the wing here you can see one of the 8 Hydra propulsion maneuvering thrusters. There's one there, and then there are 2 on top, one there, and one on the other side here. You can kind of just barely see it there. And then we got one under the wing here. There's another one, maneuvering thruster, danger, jet blast. And then we got 2 on the top on either side, right above those, somewhere here, right there. And one over here, right there, and then your one down here. And then here we have 2 under the wings, 2 class 1 fixed mount distortion cannons from Joker Engineering. And these distortion cannons are basically not like your typical ballistic weapons or lasers. They mess with the piping system and drain energy from your enemy's ships, so think of sort of the ion cannons in Star Wars where you'll be able to actually drain power from your enemy's ships. Possibly think of things like temporarily disabling the HUD or the engines, or just draining power from the power plant, things like that, which should be really interesting and cause a bit of chaos once this goes out into Arena Commander. This should really mix things up. So that's what these do. These are sucker punch distortion cannons, 2 of them under the wing. They're fixed mount, so they're not on a gimbal, you can't move them. The Avenger technical overview section on the RSI website lists these here as Stalker IR missiles, but apparently these mounts can either be used for the missiles or for extra fuel tanks for longer distance travel. And this Avenger is currently equipped with the extra fuel tanks. That's pretty cool. And then up here, we've got this BFG, which is a class 2 gimbaled mount. It is a Tiger Strike T-21 Gatling from Kruger Intergalactic. And this thing is actually a size 3 weapon, but this mount can actually take up to a size 5, so upgrades confirmed, but that's already huge. I mean, look at it. So this thing ought to do some damage, especially if you get a size 5 weapon on that gimbal mount. Oh my lord. Anyways, this is where some ladder is supposed to come out, I think, like a little mini step ladder thing to get up to the hatch, but I don't think it's working yet unless there's just a button that I'm not seeing. I'm pretty sure they haven't put it in there though, but that's what that will eventually be. But for now, we'll just have to get in through the back. So let's go climb on in here. Just drop down the cargo bay door and we'll crawl on inside. And here is another reason why this ship would be great for bounty hunters. Prisoner transport pods. Yes, that's right. And you can see they pop out here. And let's get a look at the inside of one. You will actually be able to capture other players and stow them in these little holding cells. But they look like they're nice and padded, so that's cool. Alright, so now let's go on up in here and take a look at this section of the ship. Climb up here. And here we've got a bed. That's right. This is my awesome bed, and the camera's acting a little weird here, so. But anyways, that slides down to reveal the bed, and let's climb inside here and check it out. Alright, catching some Z's. And supposedly when the persistent universe rolls out, sleeping will actually save your game and sort of save your current state and location. And no one can mess with your ship or do anything until you log back in. And let's check out the cockpit now. Let's just slide on in here and turn around. And it's a dual joystick setup, which is pretty cool. And I can look back here, and I can probably look all the way into my neck. Anyways, alright, so let's get out of here now. And these joysticks actually fold down when you get out, which is pretty cool. We're wondering if this ladder is for when you're in 0G, getting from one place to another, because the ship is probably too small to have its own generated gravity. So we're thinking when this thing actually goes flight ready, and you'll be able to fly this around, and you're in 0G, you'll probably actually come out of here and grab onto this ladder and work your way down to get to different parts of the ship, but not sure on that. And let's go down here now. Probably just have mag boots, actually. Alright, so this ship is going to be amazing for bounty hunters because of the prisoner holding cells, the distortion cannons, it would probably just be great because you'll probably be able to go and disable a ship's systems with the distortion cannon so that they won't be able to send out a distress beacon, and then you take them over and no one even knows you were ever there. So that would be great. I just think this ship is going to be a hell of a lot of fun for bounty hunters. And, you know, I never got a wide third-person view. Let's get back in there real quick. Not to mention that with the giant TR5 hammer propulsion thruster, you'll probably be able to catch up with people pretty quickly, especially considering this isn't a very large ship. So that size thruster on this ship will probably mean it'll be pretty fast. Alright, so I'm going to go into third person now and just get sort of a rotating view of the ship for you guys. A lot of people have compared it to like a killer whale or a dolphin. And there's my guy looking very stoic, hands on his joysticks, ready to take some prisoners. And I just think this ship is going to be really fun once we get into the persistent universe, because I'm going to be a bounty hunter in the persistent universe. And when I get together with my organization, we're a band of rebels that fight against the UEE, so I'll be doing that when I'm with my org. But when I'm out on my own, I'm just going to be a bounty hunter, so this is actually kind of the perfect ship for me for now, I think. And these are pretty old ships. They're basically decommissioned police cruisers, and so they're supposed to look pretty old and beat up. And so I can kind of understand the paint over look because they would have to get rid of the old advocacy logos and everything. But for me, the symmetrical black watercolor paint smeared all over everything kind of look isn't really doing it for me. It makes it look not so much aged as just kind of crappy and odd to me personally. Don't get mad, Star Citizen fanboys. So I personally feel like that could use a bit of a touch up, but overall, pretty damn fancy ass ship. So there you go, guys. There you have it, the Aegis Dynamics Avenger. And I'm going to be doing some more quick overviews of ships as I get a chance to, as I get the opportunity to mess with them. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.